Alright, what is up guys? It is Evil PC here, and today I'm going to be doing a little in-depth analysis of the Fallout 4 reveal trailer today. This is what I've derived from the trailer. I may miss some things. If I do miss something that, I think I need to know, then just drop it in the comments. But without further ado, here we go.
Peggy 18.
Alright, straight away, I like to see that Fallout have carried on the tradition of filming a TV and then panning outwards to see the devastated surrounding, and with the old music on, it makes you feel at home in Fallout, makes you feel all nostalgic, and I just love the effect, and I'm really glad they've carried this on because it's a really good way to start a trailer. And there's a lot of important things to point out in this trailer, so let's move on.
It's all over, but
Alright, straight away here we start to see the sort of graphics we're going to be dealing with in this game. I know a trailer isn't a full representative of, oh, stupid computer. I know that a trailer isn't a full representation of graphics in the actual game, and I think Bethesda's tactics are usually to make the trailer look worse than the game, so then it's higher than expected when the game's released. I think that's the plan, because in all honesty, the graphics aren't the best in this trailer. I hope they're better than this in, the actual game, but anyway, this is off topic. So we start to see the surroundings. This is obviously some house. Inside a house that's been devastated by, I don't know, people may have raided it, the bombs, everything. Nice glass effect. And also something I want to point out is the light that's seeping in through the windows, seeping in through the building. You can see the rays of light. And I think that's really nice. I think that's going to really add to the atmosphere, because in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, light just sort of, I don't know, it made a glowy effect. It never seeped anywhere. It never acted like actual light. Well, now it does, and I'm really happy to see that.
With the world poised on the brink of war.
Alright, well this is something that we've never seen before. A flashback of what life was like before the actual war. And I think this is quite a few Fallout players' dreams, to see what things are actually like before the war. And this may be suggesting that we get to actually play a little bit before the war. As Fallout 3 did. Fallout 3 did the baby steps quest and stuff, where you grew up, basically. You started off as a baby in the pen. You remember that quest, it's a great quest. But so maybe, hopefully, we will be actually playing some pre-war gameplay, instead of just diving straight into the apocalyptic wasteland. So that might be exciting to have a look at.
Vault-Tec is reporting a record number.
Alright, so what I've come to terms with, and I've seen a couple of people come to terms with, is that we might be having a little bit of a family situation going on, like in Fallout 3. And this will be explained later. As we just saw then, I didn't pause it quite at the right moment, but that's a dog. Well, no shit, Jack. But this isn't dog meat from Fallout 3. This is not dog meat. Dog meat is a different breed of dog. Dog meat is black and white, I think. This is brown. This resembles more of a German Shepherd. There you go, that's more of a picture for you guys. That is definitely a German Shepherd. Possibly a member of the family or a wandering dog, we don't really know. Yeah, let's carry on.
Folks, it seems...
And here he is, Mr. Handy, holding the infamous sugar bombs. that we used in Fallout New Vegas to sabotage the rocket ships for the ghouls on Come Fly With Me. That's irrelevant, but just thought I'd point out that sugar bombs are still a thing. Yeah, here we see Mr. Handy, and look at how shiny and new he looks. He looks amazing, really. That's all there really is to say about this.
We've got some breaking news. Stand by.
It's all over. No,
I just want to point out the improvement of the animation as well, because even though that most people agree that this trailer is not the best, look at the texture on the dog's fur. It looks really, really nice, and just watch how the dog walks. It's a really nice improvement on the animations in the Fallout world, because it looks amazing, and to me, animation, things like that can really make a game. So just pay attention to how the dog moves and how the dog reacts. It's almost like it's a real dog. It's actually really good.
I'm trying to forget about how much I care for you.
We seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations.
Okay, so this is what I was on about earlier. This is the sort of family situation we got going on. That's quite obviously a mum and a dad and a baby. There's nothing weird about that, but just pay attention to how the dad looks, because we're going to use that later, and it is possible that the protagonist in this game, in this Fallout, is the son depicted there in the cot, or it could be the dad. We don't know, but I'll talk more about it when we get there. A couple more things to point out is that we've got the lovely Nuka-Cola truck there and the red ball. You might recognise from Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, but not as much New Vegas. I don't actually think Nuka-Cola trucks were in New Vegas, were they? I can't remember, but played a big part in Atmosphere, the toys in Fallout 3, definitely in the first quest. And I think they are Robco rocket ships on the Lullaby swinging thing. I'm not sure what that's called. But yeah, they may be from Robco. They look definitely like they're from Robco. I just thought I'd point that out.
Stand by.
And here, this is what makes me think the dog may be a part of the family, because it knows, like, it's not just wandering around randomly. It knows where to go. It seems like it's familiar with its surroundings. It doesn't feel like it's exploring. It feels like more it's at home. So whether this dog was a part of the family later on or not, I'm not too sure, but it seems to me like he's pretty familiar with his surroundings and he knows where people should be. Maybe he's smelling the scent of the baby or the dad. We don't know.
We do have.
So you're just pausing it so you can get a better look at the dad there. There you go.
We do have coming in confirmed reports of nuclear detonations.
And here it is, people. The outside wasteland. This is Boston. There's not much to take into account in this clip because of, well, the video is actually quite bad quality, but go watch the trailer for yourselves and think about what I'm saying after this video, and then you'll be able to see the quality a bit better. But there's not much we can take away from this. Just taking the scenery, really. The lighting engine's really beautiful. I think they've obviously used a better engine than the previous Fallout games. The textures don't look bad at all. And again, just want to point out the animation when people start running in the next clip.
My God.
That is a military aircraft that flying overhead, because I can't remember what it's called, but it is part of the military and not the Enclave, because this is before the war, so the Enclave weren't around then. The Enclave were formed during / after the war. So this is just another look at the exact same town we just saw, but before the war it looks nice and colourful. Kind of reminds me of Nuketown from COD, but we're not here to talk about that. And here we see the people. The people have improved very nicely. With Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, you got these very linear animations, but people seem to act differently and move quite well, as you'll see as the trailer progresses.
Our soldiers were right. War.
And here is the old T-15 power armor. I think it's T-15. Don't quote me on that. I have a very bad memory. But this is indeed military armor. The armor is big, bulky, it's old, it's brilliant. And the reason I believe this is from the military is they are Brotherhood of Steel. I'm pretty sure, because that's the armor. I'm not sure if they were around before the war or whatever, but I'm not good with the Brotherhood of Steel. But the reason I believe it's the military is because the guy stood at the gate in green, and he's obviously letting people pass and go. That's why I believe it's the military and not the Brotherhood. Could be, but that's what I believe. I think they're letting people into the vault, and just again, taking the, even though it's a still image, just taking the emotion in the picture, because people are hugging, people are not just standing around like they probably would have done on Fallout 3. They're actually, clawing at the gate, sat down, hugging. This sort of stuff really brings a game to life when this sort of stuff happens.
War never changes.
Here it is, the infamous Vault 111. As you know, Vault 101 was the main vault in Fallout 3. Vault 111 looks like it's gonna play a part in this game. Probably the home vault to the protagonist, seeing as it's featuring this particular vault so clearly. Definitely banking money on the fact that it's going to be the protagonist's home vault. It looks really nice. I mean, the textures and the colours on the vault compared to what we're used to seeing is just a vast improvement. And again, here you can see with the new lighting engine, you can obviously see the light blooms more, the light, distorts your vision a bit more. It's more like real light. It's very good lighting. And here is another clip. This is also to do with lighting, I suppose, but this looks like, I think it's another exit to the vault. I think there's one in the roof. And as you can see, the protagonist is covering the light with his hand. And if this is true, then this means that there could be some sort of first-person player animation going on at certain points in the game, which could really bring the storyline to life. That's something I wanted to see more out of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but I never got it. There is a few mods to do that, but you want it in the main game, don't you, really? So yeah, this should be exciting to see what they've done with this. And here is a monument in Boston. I just want to point out how well preserved it looks, because as you see in other Fallout games, it's not quite as well preserved, and this personally I think is quite preserved. It's not damaged that much. I haven't read up well on the area. I don't know which monument this is. It's on the top of my mind, but I can't say it right now. I'm really not good at unscripted speaking, so I'm giving it a shot though. So this, yeah, preserved. It's Summit Hill Monument, I'm pretty sure, but if you look at the Washington Monument in Fallout 3, it's a lot more decayed, destroyed, so maybe civilization is starting to rebuild itself in this game, I don't know, or maybe they're just better at preserving the surroundings. I'm not sure. See, when I saw this, I thought, what the fuck is that? Right, but it's quite clearly a pirate ship. Maybe not a pirate ship, it's an American ship. HMS something. I told you I'm not good at this. I did do my research, but I've got a shit memory. But they've clearly just strapped rockets to it, some sort of fucking bulky looking rocket thing. I don't know if it flies, it might fly. But if you look really closely down there at the writing on the doorway, practically in the middle of your screen, right at the bottom, it says bank. So there's a bank on an airship. Why would we need a bank in Fallout? I don't know, but maybe it's some sort of money is coming into play properly. You know, maybe there is actually money, not bottle caps. Maybe you can put them in a bank. Maybe you can get looted, raided. I don't know, but we'll see, won't we? Here is a famous square in Boston. It's called Scully something, right? I'm so sorry I can't give you the proper names, but this is an adaptation of an actual place in Boston, like most things around here. I think they're putting monuments in to give a sense of familiarity. Um, and I just want to point out the lighting again, and somehow they're getting power. It's not like dark. It's not as dark as New Vegas and Fallout 3 was. I mean, we've got power now, like proper power. It's all lit up. It all looks nice. There's a street lamp on, and if I'm not mistaken, if I'm really not mistaken, that does actually look like the mysterious stranger. Is that anyone else? That does look like the mysterious stranger. I mean, the way he's standing, the way he's walking, he looks so mysterious. He's dressed in the same way, so maybe the mysterious stranger is going to be making another appearance. We don't know. We do not know. Here is a good why is that there? Here is another good clip. Here we see a pack Brahmin carrying shit. And here we see a pylon as well, a power thing. Anyway, it might be carrying power. It might be live. We don't know. Probably something to do with civilization rebuilding. Maybe they built it back up. Maybe it's just been preserved. We don't know. But maybe that's how they're getting all the power. Not too sure. Anyway, let's continue. I want to point out as well the surroundings. This isn't an urban area anymore. This is the actual wasteland, and I'm quite happy. I'm quite excited. I mean, look at the sky, the dynamics. It looks really good with the new lighting engine. I'm happy with the texture quality here, even though half of it's being covered up by this goddamn video bar that I can't get rid of, but I needed it to pause it. Anyway, so yeah, the surroundings look really good. The atmosphere and everything. The atmosphere makes the game, and I'm really excited to test this game out, test the atmosphere out. It's going to be brilliant, really. And here we see super mutants, and that probably means the Brotherhood of Steel will actually be making an appearance, because Brotherhood of Steel and super mutants have been synonymous with each other. With each other since Fallout 3. Although there were super mutants in New Vegas, and there was only very few Brotherhood of Steel, but that's not relevant. So yeah, the reason I think they're actually super mutants is because you can see some traps up there in the top. I'll circle these things I'm pointing out for you. I'll circle them. There's some traps, and as we know, super mutants can't breed or anything because the hormone or the mutagen stopped them being able to reproduce. So what's happened is the mutants catch people and expose them to this mutagen to create more of them. That's how they have to make more. They can't breed, they have to just make more. And here we see a really, really big sea. This is a really nice shot. There's actually quite a lot to see here, quite a lot of new things to have a look at. First of all, the predominant thing you can see is this new style of Protectron. I don't know if they're the actual I can't even speak. Actual Protectron. There we go. Finally. So that's the new Protectron. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. That is the new Protectron. There we go. That's the first thing you see, looking quite sexy. I do say so myself. And then we've got in the background, I'm not sure what city that is. That might be some sort of built-up city by civilization, or it might be some preserved city. I don't know, but it looks quite big. And I really look forward to exploring this. And there's also a few things that maybe aren't relevant. There's a crane. We're just seeing a lot of new objects in this trailer that are really, really starting to build an atmosphere and build up expectations for us. So let's move on. Here we see a overpass or a motorway or a bridge, and there's actually a city both on top and underneath the bridge, which is interesting. There's civilization on both sides, and in the middle of the screen, this moving thing is it's quite possible that it is a Mirelurk, or it could be some form of, you know, new creature in Fallout, maybe, I don't know, but it's near the sea and it's crab-like and it's hunched over like a Mirelurk was, so I'm going to bet my money on the fact that it is a Mirelurk. Just saying. Nothing really much to see here, just the bottom of the underpass and the way the shadows act and the light. This is actually a quite good example of the new lighting engine and how it can create a really, really nice atmosphere. Moving on. And here the bastard is. Look at this scary looking motherfucker. Look at the size. He's got spikes coming out of his back now. He's got fucking big arse horns. Like, I'm not ready for this guy. No, I'm not ready. He can go away. He can do one. He can get in the bin him. Fuck that. He looks scarier than ever. Deathclaws are making an appearance again. Thank you for that, Bethesda. Thank you. And also, this is a quite gloomy, quite atmospheric part, quite dark part of the wasteland. It's the lighting in play again. I mean, there's quite obviously a sunrise and sunset. It's quite yellow, quite hue. It's really builds an atmosphere, really quite evil atmosphere for such an evil fucking clawed creature. Moving on. Nothing really much to see here. Just another shot of the it's some vertibird. Vertibird, motherfucker! I got the name. Vertibird. I can't speak it though. Vertibird. It is just landing next to a satellite dish. There's nothing really much. See, this is a good clip. This is a good example. I'm gonna play this a few times for you while I'm speaking now. It's a good example of the physics engine update, and again you can see the lighting as well, but we talked enough about the lighting. I don't know what the fuck these things are, but they scare me. They sort of look like joggers out of Skyrim, with the glowy eyes and stuff, like the yellow eyes, but I don't know. But as you can see, the shopping cart and the boxes just fly out of the way as he comes up to attack you. I mean, I don't know if they're ghouls. No, I don't think they're ghouls, because they look too fair skinned to be ghouls. They don't look like zombies. Ghouls look more zombie like. These look like, I'm not too sure. Not too sure what to make of these. Possibly another new creature, we don't know. But just look at the way that the cart and the boxes fly. That's definitely a new upgrade on the physics engine, and it looks really fantastic. So here we got Diamond City. A Diamond City is a city it's built up inside a baseball stadium, and it looks like it is, because there's a few things. There's a man holding a baseball bat outside, and as this clip continues, you'll see the door opening. It looks like it could have been assembled based off some sort of production line somewhere with the mechanical arms, you know, nicked from a factory or something. But look at the sky. The sky looks beautiful. The sky looks really nice. It's a gradient sky. It goes from light blue to dark blue. It's got quite detailed looking clouds. It actually looks like a proper sky. You know, a real sky. Atmosphere of this game. I'm so excited to test out this atmosphere. But I'll continue as to why I think it's built up in a baseball stadium. Well, a few people think it's built up in a baseball stadium in a second. Here is the first clue. It says Swatter's Baseball Store on the side of this building. And I just want to point out the iBot. The iBots are making a return back from Fallout New Vegas. I'm not sure if we're in Fallout 3. And also you can see a floodlight there. I'll just point it out. A floodlight that baseball stadiums have right up there. So that's probably why. And we'll see in the next shot as well. Here we go. We've got a baseball bat with nails through it. We've got two floodlights. I'm not sure, but I think that's a baseball there. And we've got a man holding a baseball bat. So basically, that's just it's quite evident that it is set up in a baseball stadium, which is quite a good idea. That is a really good idea. It's new. It's totally new for Bethesda to do. I mean, building wasteland shanty civilizations they've been doing for a while, but they're really starting to test ideas, and I think it's really going to pay off. Alright, here we see. I don't know. It is hard to see, but when you if you look at this clip when I continue it, you'll see rain. That means weather is going to be added in Fallout 4, which I'm quite excited about, and thunder and lightning. So weather dynamics are going to be added. I don't know if we're going to get anything other than rain, because I don't know how you'd cover an apocalyptic wasteland in snow and still get at least 30 frames a second, but I think it'll do. I think rain will do. Not really add much of. I wonder if it's going to be like GTA with dynamic puddles and stuff. I really hope so, because that really makes the game feel real, and that's what you play it for sometimes. Sometimes you get a game for realism. And to be quite honest, this depiction of the future is probably the most accurate we're ever going to get. And I also want to point out, what the fuck is that giant phallic object in the sky? There's not much information I could get on this, so I'm not going to ignore it completely. I'm going to acknowledge it's there, but I'm not too sure what it is or why it's there, so yeah. And here is a sort of general idea of the scale of the map we're going to be able to be allowed in. As you can see quite far away, and it's quite a built-up city, so it might be quite tasking on a system. But it looks really in depth, it looks really detailed, really fun to explore. Also, there is a another soldier wearing power armor. It actually looks like it's powered as well. It doesn't look like it's just hugging his skin. It actually looks big, bulky, protective, powered. It looks amazing. Here is another Boston monument. Again, I'm clueless at the name, but I'll probably put it in the description afterwards. But I think they're putting all these monuments in to create a sense of familiarity or a sense of being at home. To play, if you lived in Boston to play this game, it would be so strange. It really would. It would be horribly strange to see. You know, you might end up on your street and it's destroyed by an apocalyptic wasteland. Destroyed by an apocalyptic. Destroyed by, I don't know, a nuclear bomb. It will be weird. But anyway, and in the background we can see, I don't know, but to me it looks white. It looks like quite a technologically advanced building. I could be wrong, but could this be part of the Institute? I'm not sure at all. But anyway, let's continue. Also, I just want to point out the smoky effects in the city and the hue of the shot, and it just looks so vibrant, so nice, and again, well preserved. So maybe civilization has in fact, you know, decided to start rebuilding or preserving, you know, because living in a hut in Megaton in Fallout 3 was a bit shit compared to this. So yeah. Here's another roof shot of an upper shot of the roof vault we saw the character, the protagonist, exiting earlier when he blocked out the sun with his light. So this is most likely the exit that he used, and it just shows that there may be some sort of roof exit to the vaults now, some sort of different way out, and I mean, that's pretty exciting. That's not been done before, so I'm excited to see what sort of ideas Bethesda had in mind for this. Alright, this is a shot I really wanted to talk about. As you can see, the most predominant thing in the scene is the power armor. You know, strapped up on some sort of ramp lift. But if you look at the right side of the armor, it's only half complete. And this leads me to believe, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but it leads me to believe that there's going to be some sort of armor customization, or, you know, build your own armor set out of scrap metal you find or whatever. That may be the case. And if so, it's going to be really exciting, because Fallout New Vegas, sorry, did very well for customizing bullets, guns, especially with the Gunrunner's Arsenal add-on. So that did well on its own, but to build your own armour, modify your own armour, is just going to be insane. And we sort of start to get a taste of some weaponry over here on the left side on the board. That's quite obviously a laser rifle, and possible attachments. They look too incomplete to be full guns, so that might be attachments, modifications, and also we can see a nice Voltec bobblehead, which I'm excited to start collecting again. Who didn't like collecting those? Come on, guys. But anyway, there's a few Nuka-Cola memorabilia in the background. Nothing really fancy, nothing we've not seen before. But yeah, super stoked for armour customization. Maybe it's a possibility. Why else would it have armour strung up on like some workstation? Anyway, moving on. See, right, this isn't really very important, but as you saw the dog turn round and sort of jolted straight away, he recognises the protagonist. That's what makes me believe the dog was part of the family. I don't know if the dog has been separated from the protagonist or the dog is with the protagonist right now, but that's what leads me to believe that the dog was a part of the family. And the fact that the protagonist looks so like the dad in the scene we're about to see is, he looks so like his dad, so that leads me to believe it's a family, and we might have some sort of father looking for something going on this time. It might be roles reversed, instead of son looking for father, and that might be quite interesting. That might be a bit of a change. Also, I want to point out, if you see there on the seat next to the dog, there what looks like a silenced hunting rifle, maybe a vermin rifle. We do not know, and you see a lot of junk on the floor where the power armor is stood. Maybe parts being fixed and built. Looks like sort of a hideout, really, to be honest. Maybe we're going to have like hideouts, like little bases to store weapons and armor customization, things like that. I don't know why I wanted to point this out, but the guy's Pip-Boy is off. Like, I thought it was always on. Anyway, the Pip-Boy looks a lot like the Pip-Boy 3000. I mean, in every other rendition of Fallout, series, we've had a slightly different Pip-Boy, but this looks exactly like the Pip-Boy 3000. Minor changes, the colour looks a bit greener, if I'm honest, less silver. From what I can tell, a couple of gadgets and knobs might be in a different place. There is only one orange light instead of 3 at the bottom this time. You know, when you selected MISC apparel, all that, with the orange buttons, there was 3, now it looks like there's only 1, so maybe that's some sort of change. Maybe they've changed the layout of it, or the way you organise your inventory, but other than that. And also I want to talk about the vault suit that the protagonist has on. It looks skin tight, and if you look at the other vault suits in Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, they are not skin tight at all. And this looks like an almost denim material, if I'm not mistaken, the way it cross hatches and things like that. It looks almost denim. But I doubt it will be. And also you can see, as the protagonist greets the dog isn't vicious towards him, the dog isn't wary of him, he knows who he is straight away. So that makes me believe that this dog was once, or still is, a part of a family. Connected somehow to the protagonist, I don't know.
Let's go, pal.
Yep, the protagonist just talked. I'm not sure how to feel about this, and if you didn't see that, rewind and look at the protagonist, how much looks like his dad. Go back in the video, go look at the protagonist's dad. But maybe he is the dad. Maybe he's the dad looking for the son. But he looks fairly young on that, and this is quite a while after the bombs hit, so the man may be quite old now. Like, you know, back in the crib scene where they're around the crib, that man would be quite old now, seeing as the devastation has happened, the radiation's cleared. I just want to point out, it's hard to see that it looks like he's holding a hunting rifle that's modified to be some sort of laser gun with scopes on it as well. So this definitely looks like there's a lot of customization options available for this game. And the protagonist did just talk. He did talk, and I don't know how to feel about this. This is going to ruin it, quite frankly. Maybe this is just optional, maybe this is for the trailer, but to be quite honest, I prefer a silent protagonist. So if that's not going to be the case here, I'll give it a try, obviously, because Fallout is Fallout, but quite personally, I want a silent protagonist. I think that's about it for this, to be honest. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, my analysis of the Fallout 4 trailer. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you later.